Let's, maybe I wouldn't say that, and these kids that I was working with, they didn't have those models. They didn't have those people who were just telling them and feeding into them, not just at the moment when they're getting ready to be expelled or suspended, but on a daily basis. Okay, man, I don't want to go to coach today. Coach, I don't want to go to class today. And I say, okay, well, don't go to class. What do you mean don't go to class? Okay, well, let's talk about this. If you don't go to class, what's going to happen?
Oh, wow, yeah.
What's going to happen?
I follow you.
And they said, well, I'll probably get sent to the principal's office. Okay, well, what happens when you do that? Well, then, we just talked through all of those things. And it's like, okay, everything in life is optional.
Yeah.
And for the rest of your life, it's going to be, the older you get, the more choices you're going to have.
Yes.
Everything is optional. So the decision here is yours. I'm not going to grab you and throw you into a classroom so that then you can be disruptive in there. I want you to make that choice. But I'm going to talk to you about what are the consequences either way. And consequences sometimes has that negative term.
That's really good.
But the reality is consequences just what happens as a result of my behavior.
Because that model puts him in the cockpit of decision,
Why did they do that? Why did that person do that? And we'd say, well, let's think about what was the motivation, what drove it. Now, what's going to happen as a result of them doing that? And just helping her think through. She has that God-given conscience that is ever present in her thinking, and we've been mostly very grateful for that. There are times where
my wife is basically that way.
Yeah, and the challenge for
it's
someone
really good,
like her,
though. She's a really good laborer for beautiful things.
Yeah,
it motivates her and it clarifies her mission, and it informs, which is the part of like self-development that we're all on.
Yeah,
but it also really makes her clear on what she's about to do.
Yeah, where my daughters struggle with that worldview that she has, and again, mostly it's really, really helpful is when things don't work as they're supposed to, that feeling of injustice or frustration with the outcome because I did the right thing, or that person did the wrong thing and they still get rewarded. Those things are very, very hard to deal with when you have that worldview of like, if you do the right thing, this is what happens.
And one of the telltale signs of religion that I've dealt with in my life is this circumstance I'm in isn't fair, and that's because I can't really figure out what I did and what I could have undone, not done, and then how I can prevent my own child from being born with Downs.